Erend, welcome back to my channel. So today we are continuing the main quest storyline. Now, in the previous episode, Hekarro asked us to do something for him, and that was to talk to TEKOTTEH because he didn't want to join the Kulrut. And so because of that, Kotallo actually accompanied us to try to convince TEKOTTEH to join the Kulrut, but instead of listening to us, we just had to destroy his wall so that we could prove him wrong about his word and like basically trick him, or not trick him, but convince him forcefully to join the Kulrut. So now we're going back, we're gonna talk to Hekarro, and hopefully he can let us go down to the basement already. So yeah, let's go play some Horizon Zero Dawn. Forbidden West, my bad.
She's with us. Let her pass. Outlander, Chief Hekarro and Marshal Kotallo await you within.
The Kulrut should be starting soon. Once it's done, I'll be able to access the chamber below Hekarro's throne. And Aether.
Outlander, the chief awaits you in the arena, past the throne.
Okay. Talk to Hekarro. Oh. Just making sure I didn't forget anything.
It's another part of the ruins. Turned into a fighting ring.
Look at them all.
Let's get the loot first since we're here already.
Oh, this could be useful.
Nice.
Aloy, it seems you've had to move mountains to bring the Sky Clan to heal. Literally.
Kotallo helped.
Yes. TEKOTTEH reprimanded for all the clan to see. You both served well. But now the Kulrut is at hand. Some have come to compete, others to bear witness. They know Regalla will come for me.
I'll do whatever it takes to hold up my end, as long as you remember yours. So what's the plan?
Kotallo.
There are only two viable ways to attack the arena.
Nice.
Through the throne room you just passed, and by the trail on the north end. We've set up barricades at both. But if Regalla means to assault the Kulrut with machines, she will have to attack by the trail.
You will join our defenders there. Hold the line, and I'll have my marshals. You will be free of my service and receive your reward. Make whatever preparations you must. Once the Kulrut begins, you must see it through.
Oh, okay. Let's ask about the arena first.
The arena, it's all part of the same ancient structure?
Yes. Here the land remembers the sacrifice of the 10. Their deeds commemorated for eternity.
Sacrifice?
The visions tell us that on the ground below, they gave their lives in a fight against machines. We honored them by holding the Kulrut where they fell.
I know where I'll be. What about you two?
I will be here with the chief, where I belong. Should the fight reach us, we will take the blood owed for our fallen.
If it comes to that, the defenses will hold.
Oh, I love how he has so much faith in me.
Let's get this over with.
Good. You'll find Dekka at the North Barricade with the rest of our defenders.
Okay.
Strike true as the 10. I'll see you when this is done.
Okay. Go to the North Barricade. Alright, let's go.
In the name of the cat, this will be a real show of strength. Is sacred to the tonight. It must not be.
Oh, this is...
Feel it in the air.
It feels so alive. Like, I feel like...
Not taking this place from us.
Could it be an awesome sports arena with the walls and creators and everything? Would totally see a game here 10 times, but bring in a hot dog stand and a lot more battle. Jesus. Or wait, we're in Orlando, Florida. We're in Florida? Huh. Or maybe that's just a message from someone from Orlando, Florida.
already past their best. I've got some shards riding on this.
The 10 stood firm. Will win the honor today.
Gambling.
Where's TEKOTTEH? This thugs, of course.
Ooh.
Easterner.
Didn't think the Sky Commander himself would be joining us today.
If there's a chance my challengers will be facing Regalla, it is only right their commander join in their fate.
Or maybe you need to save face after what happened at the Bulwark.
Careful now. Sometimes sharp wits bring out sharp spears.
I'd save my spear for Regalla's troops, if I were you.
Oh. That's gotta be embarrassing.
Okay. Hekarro's defenders should be at the end of this trench.
Okay. Also, guys, have you noticed my outfit? It's black and yellow.
Not alone in this fight.
Oh, there's...
Focus on the machines. Take them down. And Regalla's forces become no different from our own.
Yes, Chaplain.
Watch each other's backs. Dismissed. Our soldiers are ready. They will defend the Kulrut from below. But from above...
Not bad. Where did you get it?
One of our squads ripped it off a fallen machine. The honor is yours. Regalla may have her tricks, but you will show her our teeth.
Oh, poor machines.
Dunno! The Kulrut is upon us! Our struggle demands new blood! New leaders! Release the quarry! Challengers, approach!
Yo, they look so badass.
All who take down a machine shall be named martial. Remember the 10. Strike from the air as they did and seize your glory.
Whoa. I got goosebumps. Yo, let's get it.
Hold them back! Defend the Kulrut!
Dude, this is fun. Oh! Well, that was my fault. I got cocky. Because I thought I was more away.
Defend the Kulrut!
Serious this time. Let's get this guy first. Let's stay right here behind this post. Nice. Can't hit us. Oh, shucks. Okay, there's a lot of machines. Nice. Let's get this guy. Come on. Shocks. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We got it. Okay, we're good to go. Nice, there's one more here.
Well done.
Oh, wow, what is that? Oh, there we go, there we go. Nice. Nice. We got it. Dude, this is so much fun. I love how we have so many guns up here. Uh-oh, we're almost out of ammo. We're out. We are out. Please tell me there's one more here. Yes! Yo! Is there more? Oh.
That can't be all of them.
Yeah, that was kind of too easy.
There. What is that?
I don't know.
Hold the defenses. Go.
Yo, Aloy's such a badass! I love her! I got goosebumps, bro. Oh my god, it was a bomb! Oh, shucks, here we go. There she is. Yo! god!
Get to the weapon! If I can draw that thing close, open fire! Hey! That's right, over here, you big worm!
Oh, yeah, let's do this!
Hopefully the Zenith can fire a few shots from that ballista.
Okay, let me just read up on him first. It's our only vulnerable. So, one in the middle. Inside. Casters inside. It's not on his body. Oh no, what the heck? I was going to jump up! Okay, I wasn't ready for that battle. But you know what? I'm gonna be ready this time. I'm gonna be ready. You know, what I love about playing on very hard is that you can't just go in without having a plan. So this is what we're gonna do. We have to stay back and, you know, we'll keep our distance and pick our spots, and when the timing is right, I'll try to knock him down with melee, and then we'll freeze him with a canister using the rope caster, and then when he's frozen, I'll use melee might, and then hopefully the damage should stack with that sequence done in order. So, let's keep our distance for a bit. Let's hit him. Let's hit this axe in the middle of the face. Oh. Okay, let's knock him down. Let's try it. Let's hope we make it. Let's hope we make it. No, one more.
It's too close. Lure it away from the ballista.
Fight. Nope. Okay, not a good time. Not a good time. Let's keep our distance. He's too far away. Let's hit the weak spot. Nice. Got that. Okay. Alright, let's go in. Let's go in. Nice! It's down! Okay, let's ice him. Let's ice him. Oh no. Okay, perfect. Oh shucks, I was too close. Okay. Nice! He's frozen. Melee my time. No. Nice! We got that! Oh, shucks. Almost there, we're almost there. Oh, we got it! especially when we iced him. Perfect.
Finally. I hate those things. Regalla went after Hekarro and Kotallo.
Let's go to Hekarro. Let's get the loot, of course. We don't want that to go to waste. Okay, healed up. Where am I supposed to go? Oh. Oh, here. Okay, my bad. That's my bad.
Champion, get to the team! Go!
Oh, wow, lucky. There we go. Oh, okay. Wait, no, they were friendly. It's hard to tell who's the rebel and who isn't. Okay, as long as they're not attacking me, I'm guessing they're on our team. Let's get this loot. Why are they all just lounging here? Like... Shoot! Bugs! This is so badass!
No. This isn't finished. I'll be back with everything I have. And all who stand with Hekarro will be run red.
Yo.
At attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go. I failed. I should have finished Regalla. But now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for. When we first met, you spoke of your true mission on which all depends. I wasn't certain if I believed you then. But I believe in you now. So leave me. And get to your task.
What will you do?
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the 10.
Dude, Ayla is such a freaking hero. I swear.
This is it.
Okay.
There's below.
Oh, by the way, guys, I did mention before that I thought Hekarro sounded a lot like James Earl Jones. Obviously, it's not him. But the actor's name is actually Gino Sedgers. Wait. Oh, there we go. And if you Google him, you'll find that he did play Mufasa
Come on, Aether.
on the Australia version of the Lion King musical. So That's interesting. He's even a big guy too, because he was an athlete. So.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring AETHER subordinate function to original code.
Let's go! Ether down.
Got it. Now to get this back to Gaia.
Turn to the base. I don't want to explore a bit. Oh, no. It's all from Terrence Goodman. I think I need to.
All of the visions are changed, and this one just arrived.
Nothing. Okay, let's go back up. There wasn't much left. Damn, this place is a mess. Hey, it's Dekka. Let's talk to her.
The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hekarro.
More testimony of the old ones.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
Damn.
Reporting for duty, Commander. I'm coming with you.
Hekarro needs
Is
you.
he really?
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission. Give whatever is left of my life. It is what I choose.
How can I say no to that? Zoe.
Bro, for real?
There's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Will we give him
Go
a
to
second
the
sight?
mountains, west of Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours. Should be interesting.
Bruh.
If they can't face these machines...
Alright, I need to get Aether back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms, too. Might be worth checking out.
Let's go back to Gaia.
Join JTF 10 for a code.
Okay. Wow, this place is filled. Oh wait, there's a... Alright, we'll go back to Dekka later. Let's finish Gaia first. Because then I'm gonna get overwhelmed. If I trigger all of the side missions that there are. Fast travel. Dude, oh my gosh. I feel like a lot happened already before we got AETHER. It's been eventful. That's for sure.
Like this? Oh, you're not waving a hammer around, Erend. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
To your right, other right? Isn't there just one right?
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha. They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Rock music?
Aloy! Erend, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, the world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Kotallo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
Hindi. No, I don't want Aloy. I'd rather have Aloy and Varl end up together. Not Erend.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge Aether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
What happened? Okay, that seems promising.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
to a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
Oh.
I am uncertain.
Could be fake.
What's SOS?
Help.
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Aletheia.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Ooh, yeah. I was thinking about the Zeniths already.
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
Okay, let's investigate.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
Kinilig ako kay Varl.
Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Aletheia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Why is Varl growing on me? Like, I swear.
Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
I think I have a thing for good guys. That's why he grew on me. He's just so nice, that's why. Anyway, I hope it's... I feel like it could be a trap. You know, it is a pretty short mission. I don't know. Okay, let's just do one more main mission and check this one out. I hope it's not a trap, but maybe it could be. Only one way to find out. I think it's okay. Or... what if it's... what if it's Carrie Ann Moss? She seemed like the nice Zenith. I think she's the nice one among the three of them. It was one of the guys from the Zeniths that was pretty mean. But you know what? I think we'll just check it out. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Aloy dies? I don't think so. She's the protagonist of the series. So, let's just go. Ooh.
Unbelievable.
Let's talk to Zoe.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Huh?
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected, and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear. Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here, it is humbling, to say the least, and heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Aether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those stormbirds in line. Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes. The Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
You've been getting to know...
Of course.
Oops. Ah, accidentally you skipped it. I don't like it when I do that by accident.
In this case, a very loud friend.
Wait, that's your... Okay, your name.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I believe I've met them already.
Yeah, I remember that.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
Casualties.
It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
Oh wait, I think I missed.
Right, I should probably go.
Is it true you're investigating a signal coming from one of Gaia's seedlings?
Maybe. We'll know for sure when we check it out.
Be careful.
We will.
You know, I think I missed something because I still saw an exclamation point, but I kind of want to get started with the main mission already. We'll probably still see it after. Or we'll not see it,
like
have access to it
now.
after. Trigger it after. Wow, they really made a home out of this place already.
Looks like someone's put some of my stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room.
Ooh.
Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them.
Oh. Place pendant.
I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe.
Examine pendant.
Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all,
She was just holding her chin. I thought she was getting her necklace from her
defeat
neck.
Zenith. Heal the world. I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud.
Heal the world. Oh, what's this?
My old spear. Rust helped me make it when I finished my training.
Do I really have to hold my chin every
like
single
so long
time
ago
I examine something?
When Varl found me after the Hades Proving Lab, I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this.
Do we see?
What I have to do. But still, wish he was here.
Oh, Ross! You and me both, Aloy. Oh, what's this?
This is the rite of passage that Vishav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home.
Regalla said no.
When I met Hekarro, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. Vishav was right. Hekarro wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance.
Oh, I thought we could destroy it. Hey, we have a bed. Talk to Varl.
There she is. You ready to head out?
Ooh. Yeah, let's just go.
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
Wow.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Bro, how am I climbing up the snowy mountain barehanded? Okay, I see purple blasts. Vermin. Yo!
What is that?
What the hell? Oh, it pierced through! What?
Well,
what?
that takes the keg.
Who's that girl, though?
Varl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that Zenith.
Yo, she's dead! She
Obviously more
died!
Zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Snow crunch under my boots. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
Yes,
what about that
let's
crazy
do it.
weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
Wow, look at the snow. Okay, let's do something like this.
The Specter had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Oh, so it's not a trap! Okay. Specters remind me of the aliens in that Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise movie, Edge of Tomorrow. Do you guys know that movie? That was out. That was a good movie, by the way. I really like that one. Oops, wrong button. But yeah, no, the Specters kind of look like the aliens from that movie. Ooh, also Chris Pratt's War of Tomorrow or Tomorrow's War or something like that. Without the teeth. When do you not need to drink, Erend? Maybe that's why I don't like Erend. He's too much of an alcoholic. He needs to get into rehab.
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Why don't we cover it with some snow? Oh, loot. Nice. Let's get up here. Oh, there we go. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Were they watching this area?
Oh, maybe it is a trap.
Right. I think I have an idea what happened here.
By the rebels.
I better get back to Erend.
Stop, Erend.
knocked rebels. All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. I was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's probably Eleuthia. But then it's probably a trap by the rebels, not by the Zeniths.
That's a long way down.
Yo!
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Okay. Investigate the facility. Well, this looks like an ominous cave. SOS.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Is there anything on this side? Are there loot? Doesn't seem like. Let's go here. Oh, nice. Okay.
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Entry, storage units, access, data transfer initiated. Okay. Have to make sure we're not missing any other data point. Oh wait, there's, what is that? Data console. Oh, is this a sword? This is the data console.
I've never seen a transmitter like this before.
Oh, it's a transmitter. I thought it was a sword.
Self-destructed.
I thought we were gonna RPG this game all of a sudden.
This was a far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
So, exploring another far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Huh.
all this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. This is such a big facility. Like, there's a lot of stuff to
Cryptogenic chambers.
Explore.
Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn Cradle facility.
I'm not sure if I'm
keeps on going.
repeating a room though.
Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
Oh, data
A
point.
machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Data point. Claire, was she being on the call with me with Zero Dawn? Whoever negotiated to steal with the most ingenious, a bunch of our old tech. Heading up Function Patrick, Brocard Klein, Claire Nguyen, Daniel McGill, January 18, 2065. He was bombarding us. We're waving catnip in front of him. Anyway, the nutrition delivery higher-ups gave the go-ahead, and so sent over everything we have. Brocard Klein will probably pee his pants and glee. Dan. Why would you sign off your name if it already says who it's from? That's weird. Anyway, he's probably just being sure. I guess. Bruh, this place is huge. Okay. Jinx.
Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around.
I mean, the place is big.
So,
it's pretty
how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, GAIA, Zenith, focus. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a
When I
lot.
caught up to him in the dawn and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
Guess that's a good thing.
The control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
$236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
Whoa!
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Oh yeah, the SOS one. Let's check the data log. Game completion 28%. We're not even halfway through. Ay nako. Not that I'm complaining. That's good for me. This is it. Nope, not this one. Nope. Nope. Isn't it? Here we go. 237. But there's only 236. But okay, fine. Let's try 237. What would happen if we pick any other crate, though? Should have tested it out first. Oh, these are all... Wait! Wasn't she already out?
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Spit. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Far Zenith. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
Yo, they already have.
So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those Spectre things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
Shit!
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
Yo. Oh my gosh!
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl on the clone.
Okay, let's make sure our ammo is good. I believe the Spectres are weak to acid, so let's just equip our acid.
Here it comes!
Oh no! Ooh, let's lay a trap.
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
Go, Aloy. She's taunting it. Nice. You hit the weak spot.
See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick.
Through yet.
Okay.
let's just go in for the risky finish. Come on. Oh, we got it! Shucks!
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got some stuff.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
It probably senses that the shocks. Anyway, as I was saying, the other one probably senses that its partner is dead already.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Specter.
So we're probably
just hope Erend stays in
gonna have to
cover.
deal with him sooner rather than later. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Aloy!
Erend!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight.
Really?
Just hurry.
He sounds very much alive. I would think he'd be dead by now if he got pinned down.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Erend.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Shucks.
Erend, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Oh,
stay put.
Not exactly.
I'll see what I can do.
Down. Okay, got it.
And the second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. Some kind of shield up. It's a heavy weapon. That could help.
Ooh, okay, let's get this one. That's Merry Distress.
Shield's down! It's on the move! Now's my chance!
Let's get into this. Live long. Get in.
Shit!
You need some ammo? Now finish.
Got it.
Keep them coming.
One more. Nice, we got it. Ay, shucks.
Be more careful.
Nice. Holy! Oh, that was a close one.
That's a quick way to take it down.
Last one.
It's done.
Got it. That was so stressful, dude. Nice.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
I swear
Long
I'm
story,
not drunk.
but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works.
Let's heal up
Maybe the Zenith
first.
won't be so invincible after all.
Summon the weapon. Okay, let's loot first.
No.
What was that?
Well, it's better than nothing.
Huh.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called...
Let's go here.
Aloy!
Ooh.
Glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
It's primitive! Yeah. That's not primitive for us and on the planet, Selene.
Booting up.
So, Aloy, I suppose you want information. About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Oh
okay, so
my god.
The descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
Huh?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
What?
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface. All so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
What?
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that?
They do.
Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
It's extinction
So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well...
Whoa.
Surprise. So we're dealing with the same far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know.
That's psychotic. Okay,
you mentioned Zenith
base.
set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Specter drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable. What's inside the base? Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need. Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met? I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony. You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened? All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius. Guess they survived old age, too.
Damn. Okay,
How did you escape the Zeniths? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity. You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. Verbena's dead? How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing? The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA. I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it? That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access. You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that? But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database.
Oh my gosh, they have it!
Pharaoh purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to
Oh
learn
my
from
goodness!
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge just out of reach must have been frustrating.
Yo! Oh my gosh! This is a lot to take in! So does that mean we can still teach everyone on Earth? Because they have a copy of Apollo? This is interesting. Huh. Okay. So we'll have to see it back from the Zeniths. But also mind blown that the same people who left Earth are the ones who actually came back. That's crazy! Didn't they get bored being alive? Okay, let's let her rest now.
I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location, of course not!
You don't know
chill.
who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, are gonna die. Hey, calm down. You're here now, right?
Well, even
So
I'm
is there
freaking
anything
out.
you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
Bruh, well, I'd freak out too, but then she's making me freak out. So, Anyway, let's talk to Gaia. Oh my gosh, now I'm nervous.
So this
Stay calm, stay calm,
he's
stay
like
calm.
Gaia's own personal blacksmith.
Let's talk to Gaia. Maybe she can help us out. Cause Beta made me freak out.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it.
Wow.
Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core, ostensibly This was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence. Oh! Oh my gosh.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zenith got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right.
Oh.
Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Sylens' weapon. And now there is
Echoes skill
another
points.
clone of Elizabeth here with us.
Nice!
But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Goggy! I'm not gonna lie, Beta made me freak out a bit because if she's saying they're all gonna die, it's making me feel like, yeah, we are all gonna die if the Zeniths are that far along. But also, what are the odds that the Zeniths are actually the ones who left the Earth? But then again, if you think about it, we're talking about narcissistic, smart narcissistic people here who probably would want to live for as long as they can. So it's not surprising they figured out a way to cheat life. But personally, wouldn't you be kind of just like, after 100 years, wouldn't you be like, I'm tired, I don't want to live anymore, I'm good? Like, what were they doing for the past 1,000 years? But also, I'm happy that they have a copy of Apollo because now we could share that to the world, to our world. Anyway, shh, quiet. Stop it, okay? Stop it. You're so noisy. Can you, okay, you want to give your 2 cents on the matter? Now he's quiet. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are, because for me, I'm still kind of reeling in everything I learned. But Beta freaking out was really the most effective scene for me because I honestly started to freak out internally as well. Like, what if we all die? But I just kept thinking, no, this game has to have a happy ending. But yeah. Anyway, how about you guys? Let me know in the comment down below. What are your thoughts on what happened today? As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. No kissies. There, okay. Bye-bye.